I heard y'all was looking for me. Here I go. Yeah. Floating on your screen, I'm the daydream queen. Black Barbie style, Kim put a ring on me. Kids and businesses, yeah, the juggle is real. Hit that like, hit the sub, let's seal the deal. This is Von's reality, baby, tune right in. Soft glam, big goals, let the magic begin. If you came for the tea, I'm the kettle that spin. Welcome to the world where the queens always win. Switch it up. Bad bitch tea, got lip packs in the back. A whole lot going on, better grab you a snack. If you on the live stream, hype me up in the chat. Play with the queening, got that ass smack. Boss in my bloodline, every move back with facts. Von's reality, yeah, the fam stay stacked. I'm the moment, the glow, the vibe you can't hack. Step into my world, you ain't never going back. You say you were looking for me, here I go. Get ready for Von's reality show. We going up, it's a vibe, yeah, you already know. Play it in the streets, at work, or right at home. Yeah, you said you were looking for me, tune in close. Watch the elevation and the pretty unfold. From the glam to the grind, baby, this my zone. Von's reality, welcome to the throne. Since y'all were looking for me, I'll give you reality.
Good morning. Hello. Say good morning. Why you being all lame and low? Say good morning. You so funny. Turn this way. Hey, Joe. Hey, Joshua. Good morning, y'all. Yeah, did StreamYard take the ability for the chat to pop up over there in the corner? Did they do that? Okay, because I don't see it on my end. I don't see it at all. Like, do I need to double stream or something? Because I'm not seeing all of my yeah, turn this way. It's hair. Do you think it's for kids? Isn't there a little girl on there? Don't ask me crazy questions because I'm live, okay? Hey y'all, I'm doing my daughter's hair, getting her ready for school. And um I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go live for a little while. It's been a long time since I've been live this early, like, early, while I'm getting my kids ready for school, okay? I think the last time I was live getting them ready for school, turn this way. I was mad because they had like um they used to take lunch to school, right? Or this particular day they were taking I think this particular day that I'm thinking about, they had a field trip. And I thought the day all their snacks and stuff had been eaten up because I went to go make their lunches. I had time. And y'all, I went looking and then I'm like, you know, y'all about to go to school looking unloved. And the whole time the damn lunches were in the refrigerator because their father had made the lunches the night before. And it was like, oh, I didn't have to do it. So I think that was like the last time. Okay. But anyway, so I'm live this morning because um I don't know, y'all. I'm just in the mood to encourage somebody. I don't know if it's because like I got some things going on, you know what I'm saying, where I need to be encouraged. And I threw a little shade, at Jamal Bryant and was like he should be like a motivational speaker. But truth be told, y'all, I think I would be good at it like if I really tried, but I'm gonna say this. I told somebody a couple years ago I opened the door for, communicate like I'm gonna say a conversation because it was kind of resting on my mind. Like when people are motivational like speakers and encouragers and I'm like, is it really possible every day to like do that and be authentic while doing it? And the person I was having the conversation with was like, well, not really, but you got to push forward, to get your money. And it's not like it's too bad because it's like they are principles and things that you live by when you're motivation. Because I was just like, it just seems like a lot of work, to like always be expected to uplift other people. And I know some people do it because not only like is it like a gift or there, but it's like I wonder who they go to when they're not feeling like their best was like really my question. And like what keeps them going, every day to like basically get up and perform. You know what I'm trying to say? And I want to say it's like probably the topics of today, like, mental health, um, being drained, pouring from an empty cup. Y'all get what I'm saying? It's like, how do people do these things? How do they just get up and perform when they're not feeling their best and put on a smile, for other people, especially when they're not like in the right frame of mind? Like, how do they do it? And I'm not going to say it's inauthentic, ever again, because I understand that, when you're like, I'm going to say, a spokesperson, you really it's like it's your job. You know what I'm saying? It's almost natural. You probably be motivating people like the wait staff, when they bring you your drink or your food and you're like, you have a conversation with them and then they leave that conversation like, oh my God, thank you. I'm so glad I talked to you. You know what I'm saying? It's like a part of your identity to be encouraging. And I have to be honest and say, y'all, it is very much so a part of my identity. Like I have recognized that even when I'm just talking to my husband or my kids, it's like I be having these really big, you know, speeches and conversations to give. And a lot of the times, like of course, like my husband don't be paying me no attention, but sometimes he'd be like, babe, I really needed to hear that. And I'd be like, really? And I'd be like, oh, like I don't really be it's like it's never my intention to go off on a tangent, right? And I know my kids probably are just annoyed by me, but I'm like, I do that a lot. Like, I just be talking to people, and it's like, you know. But anyway, I don't know where I went, why I said all that, other than, yeah, like, I don't know. I'm just in the mood to encourage somebody and say, like, um, I've talked a lot about like learning from things in the past um and I even went and listened to one of my lives because I'm like, you know, this really isn't this isn't how I really want to like get certain things out, but it happens in these moments because, these are the moments that they're happening in. So, I'm like, I'm just gonna go live and, you know, like talk about growth a little bit and how it can be painful and it can be lonely when it's more personal than like or like spiritual than it is financial or even turn this way. Girl, I did that with that ponytail. Um, well, it's actually a bun, but anyway, um, it can be lonely when you are like growing as a person. And sometimes, like when you're talking to other people who've already been through it, it's like, of course they get it, right? But when you have to learn a lesson or even like, you know, change, inside of yourself, you can feel like, oh my God, why me? And like, why am I going through all this? And in some cases, I feel like for me, I know why I go through some of the things that I go through, and it makes it easier to go through it because I have some sort of understanding, right? But have you ever went through something and you have no idea why? Like those to me, those be like the worst parts. of like why would, but I don't really have too many of those, honestly. And I'm not saying like I'm like psychic or anything. It's just because I'm a thinker. Like I think, I analyze, and I've even recently been blessed to really see myself, from a perspective of this is how you have treated someone else. And I say that that's a blessing because I don't know if y'all heard me say, like, when you have a relationship with God, he shows you you. It's not like he's pointing his finger to everybody else and everybody else is the problem. It's like he shows you you and areas where you need to make where you need to be corrected and you can like do better and be a better person. And for me, um it makes me soft-hearted a little bit. Like I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna say I'm not as quick to anger, but it does help me not be so quick to be angry in certain situations or even like want revenge, or to get back at a person. Now, I will say the forgiveness part is so hard because when there are like certain things that like are really stuck on my heart, and when I say stuck on my heart, it's like a feeling. Like I just won't forget how a person made me feel. And then while I'm thinking about that, I get kind of irritated because I'm like, oh, but and then it's like you can think you forgave somebody and then something happens and you're like and honestly when I'm saying stuff like this, I'm talking about like more like relationship, stuff like I be thinking I forgiven, my husband for something and then it'd be like, oh, I'm still mad about that. And that is like so hard to do, things that really tug at your heart. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of stuff can be forgiven, but when it's like, I'm gonna say traumatizing, it can make you feel like, you know, how am I supposed to get over this? I wish the person had never just done it in the first place. And honestly, y'all, it's very seldom that I feel that way because, like, with like friendships, I seem to be way more forgiving, or even like family members. It's like whatever. But I think my biggest struggle is in my relationship with forgiveness because it's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, God, why is that? Because you would think that I would like be like one of them women, because there are a lot of women out here that like will forgive their man for anything, but it's really hard for them to forgive their friends. And I'm the total opposite. And I'm like, why am I like this? Like, and I think my husband is not even my husband. I think I'm not gonna say most couples are like that, but I noticed that forgiveness is talked about a lot in long lasting relationships. They're like, man, you really have to forgive. And I'm like, yeah, because um I know for me, like outside sources, associates, friends, parents, grandparents, it's so easy for me to forgive them. But for some reason in my relationship, it's really hard for me to forgive. And I'm telling y'all this because it's like there are some things people have done to me that I do like remember, but it doesn't hurt anymore. But when I remember, like, I'm gonna say something petty, y'all, like something my husband might have said to me, it's really hard for me to not think about that. And I don't get that. It's like, why? Like, he's a person too, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a person. He's actually my friend, like everybody else is my friend. So I don't know what that's about. And I really want to get to the bottom of it because, like I said, in long lasting marriages and stuff, people are like, they're always talking about forgiveness, forgiveness, forgiveness. And because, of like my spiritual journey, I've recognized that forgiving means not only like not bringing it up, but like it means letting it go. And some stuff you be walking around thinking that you've let go of, but when something happens and you bringing it up again, it's like, what? You know what I'm saying? And no, y'all, I'm not talking about cheating. Oh my God, y'all are so weird. Because anytime you talk about a relationship and not forgiving, people always think it's like cheating, and it's like, no. Like, to be honest, I'm probably more forgiving for that than I am other things. Now I'm just ranting. But I just wanted to say, hold on, y'all. Let me finish doing this so I can, hold on. Okay, I'm back, y'all. My bad. But no, I'm not talking about infidel. I'm just talking about, in my opinion, y'all, it's really petty stuff. Because, like I was saying, it's like I'm able to forgive people, like, I'm going to say, for some really jacked up stuff, like things I'm not going to get into. But forgiveness is like really a thing for me, like for real, when it comes to like relationship. And I don't know if it's like, I don't know. I don't know what that's about, but I really, it's like I want to find out, like, why am I more hurt over here, but I'm not hurt over there? Like, I can give y'all a story time real quick, right? And I'm not gonna give y'all a story time. I'm gonna tell y'all this. I talked to my therapist about this, and he gave me some suggestions, and I just didn't like them, so I've chosen not to pay them any attention because it didn't make sense to me. But anyway, but no, like, what I wanted to say was that people say things like, don't admit defeat, like, or don't admit, you know, that you're going through something, or that you're like, vulnerable. Like, don't show people this, don't show people that. I can totally agree with that until it comes to like you and you. And I'm saying that because a lot of us, like at a really young age, were like, well, I'm not going to include myself in that, because there was some things I was aware of or I was exposed to, and then there's some things I wasn't. Like, I really had to learn by experience. And in my experience, some things came later in life. But one thing I've noticed is I might not always be honest with myself, but I do have the ability to. And whether it's not like, I mean, whether it's like when I'm by myself and I'm going over some things, or even when I'm talking to like my therapist. Now, what I will say is my strongest or biggest struggle is being honest with myself when my mind is focused on something. It's like, okay, this is what I want to do. Okay. And, you know, I could be doing it. I can even think I'm great at doing it. But if it's like, I'm going to say something holding me back, I'm not really honest with myself. Like, I'll try to act like, oh, it's not that. So I'm going to give you an example. Like, if I know I have to do something to get to another place, I will like, I won't recognize that in order for me to make this, to reach my goal, there we go, I have to do more or stop doing something else. So like sometimes I struggle with that. And it's like, oh no, I don't have to give up anything, or oh no, I don't have to sacrifice. Some things I really be in the mindset of I can have it all. But when it comes to like I can definitely say my feelings and even my emotions. I'm really good at being honest with myself about that. Now, communicating it with others, not so good because it comes out like really angry. But a lot of the times when we're going through things in life, we're not really honest with ourselves about how we feel. And we can get mad at others, who are honest with us about what it is that's really going on, even if they don't even know that they are calling you out. So, have you ever seen like two people conversing and it's like the other person just kind of gets mad and everybody's like, "Well, what happened?" It's because like you hit like a nerve, something that that person maybe wasn't being truthful with themselves about, or they know that about themselves and they're in denial. So it's like you can just be speaking to a person and not even know that you're hitting a nerve because you know what I'm saying? Like, and you can offend them and you don't even know that. You don't even know. It's like people will get mad at you out of the blue and you don't know why they're mad at you, but they might know why they're mad at you because like, oh, you hit an insecurity or you hit a soft spot, or you called me out and I'm not ready to change. And I think the biggest part of growth or even like growing is that you have to be honest with yourself about what it is that you're feeling, what it is that you're experiencing, taking accountability, ownership of the parts that you play or the part that you played, whether you like knew it or not. Because like sometimes let me tell y'all something. I was having a conversation with somebody one time and I kind of was laughing, like I really was laughing. And I recognized that this person was looking for sympathy for a situation that they knew about, but was but they were really more upset that they thought they were playing somebody, but the other person played them. I thought it was fucking hilarious because I had never um really I'm gonna say this. I don't know how I recognized it, but when I recognized it, it was like, oh, okay. And it let oh, okay, y'all. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all, I'm back. My bad. So I don't know how I called it or whatever, but it was like, um, long story short, I recognized that, you know, you just mad you got caught, right? And I didn't really, honestly, I can't even remember what I said, to other than, I said to this person, I'm just like, you know what? It's just best you let it go, move on, and just, because for some reason I recognize it. I don't know how, but I was thinking to myself, like, people do that. They're not honest with themselves, and I just use that example I just use that as an example of not being honest with yourself, because I was thinking, 'cause once again, this is a conversation that I was having with the person, but I was thinking to myself, why is it that you're seeking um sympathy from me or even validation when it's like you, because you don't want to own, and it's okay to me in private, it's okay to own up to things that you're not really proud of. But when you take those things to other people and act like you're a victim, that's kind of strange to me. And so what I was thinking about with my own, like, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I was kind of thinking about me as a person and how I wouldn't do that, but it's like, and it was a guy, y'all. So it's like men do the weirdest shit, right? But I was just thinking about myself and how, you know, I don't do that. I think totally different, when it comes to like just life. Like, well, first of all, I'm not going to intentionally, try to play somebody and then get mad when I get played. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's just not gonna happen. Like, if I know I'm playing somebody and then they play me better, it'll be like, good game. You know what I'm saying? Like, but see, I don't do that. So, but I said that to say, I think that if I was that kind of person, that's what I would do, because that's what I do anyway. Like, I'm just honest. Like, okay, that's what it is. I bet, cool, you got it. But um, I'm just really not only honest with other people, I try to be honest with myself. And when I'm not honest with myself, y'all, when I am talking to someone and they're honest with me, or they tell me like, Kivon, you're not, you need to be like, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you can have a conversation with a friend or a family member or whoever. You can have a conversation with a person, and they're going to be listening to you, and they're also going to listen to what it is you're not saying, especially when you're going through something and there's a um solution to your problem, and you may not really want to hear that solution, but you might be surrounded by people who won't allow you to mishandle yourself, because they don't want you to mishandle them, or they just, what I'm saying. It's like, and there's just some people that really love you and don't want you to mishandle yourself, so they'll be honest with you about you. And a lot of people, um old and old in age and young in age, have a problem with people being honest with them. And it's not only because they're not honest with themselves, it's just that they have a problem with truthfulness, you know. And for me, a part of growth and self-awareness comes with a lot of honesty, you know. And I give myself just a little credit for being honest with myself on bad days, or even like in moments where I'm like drowning, and it's like, oh my God, it feels, I don't know why I keep saying oh my God, yeah. Oh my gosh. There's just so much going on. And it's like, wait a minute, you're giving up, you know, um you're giving up, okay? You're making excuses. You're, not putting in the extra work. You don't want to make sacrifices. It's like you're just being lazy or you're being inconsistent or, it's like be honest about why it is that you're not getting to where you want to go. Recognize it and change it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the times you have to do that with your attitude. And I have no idea why a lot of black women walk around with the nastiest attitudes and they never self check. Okay. I can honestly say I've had a lot of self check moments when it comes to my attitude and when dealing with people. I can definitely, hold on, y'all, my alarm going off. Can y'all still hear me? Okay, y'all, I'm back. Hey, Miss WD girl, good morning. Um, I've done some self check, you know, when it comes to my attitude, and I can say that yes, I have taken my frustrations out on other people, or even addressed a situation or two absolutely wrong, and I'm not gonna lie, I make like it depends on what it is though, because like when it comes to people having me fucked up, I'm never double thinking about that. Like, well, let me not tell that lie. I do double think, but you still have me fucked up, and no, I'm not apologizing. Like, but when it comes to taking your frustrations out on other people, that's never acceptable. And your behavior. I'm gonna say this. I don't want to say especially when you're over 30 because it takes time, you know what I'm saying, to really grow and change. And the first step is to even admit that you have a problem. And if you've been doing something for so long, and I'm not gonna say ain't nobody ever checked you because a lot of the times people be telling people about themselves, but they just don't want to hear it. We always think people are just like, on something else, or, and then you have a bunch of people around you hyping you up, telling you the wrong shit, you know, you never really get a chance to grow. And so for me, when I self-check my own attitude, you know, um, I'm gonna say this, depending on the situation, I may seek wise counsel and be like, "Am I wrong?" And some things I don't ever have to ask, "Am I wrong?" Because it's like, did you, like, even if you are wrong, you just fucking wrong, but you're not apologizing. Like, who's doing that? Not me. But I still got work to do, so don't bother me. But I said all that to say that as black women, we really do need to learn how to check our own attitudes and stop being so I'm grown, and I say that because some of us, okay, well, let me not include myself in that because I don't do that. But some of y'all are so grown and know it all that you be loud and wrong. And then when somebody tell you about yourself, you be even madder. And truth be told, I don't waste my time with anybody like that because it's like, yeah, you a fool and I'm gonna let you be one. I don't have to get myself all upset, with you. But I said all that to say, like, um, checking my attitude has become a thing for me because I can get triggered by things that people have said or done. I'm gonna say especially my husband. Like when my husband say something to me that's like triggering, he don't even know it. I feel so bad for him sometimes, y'all, because it'd be like, you didn't have to do all that, Kevon. And it'd be like, but I didn't know, like I'd be talking to myself, like, I didn't know I was triggered. But I do check my attitude a lot, okay, in my relationship. And I'm really hard on myself because, like I said, I still struggle to forgive or even, you know, not be so nasty. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by nasty is, I think everybody know I have a smart mouth, okay? And because I know everybody's like, oh, but because truth be told, y'all, I don't just go around going off on people. I don't get people like that. I just don't. I don't understand. And I'm gonna say this: it be the women. I'm gonna shut up because I almost just said something, but I'm like, I'm not trying to make nobody feel no type of way. But I'm gonna say this: my frustrations. Okay, if anybody gets like, if I take my frustrations out on people, it's probably my family. Like, and what I mean by my family is like my husband, or the kids are getting on my damn nerves, and next thing you know, I'm like, everybody clean out. Like, why y'all? They be like, what the hell is wrong with this lady? She fucking crazy. Like, my husband be like, are you okay? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But just waking up, going off on folks, and being just fucking miserable is not my thing. Cussing folks out at the grocery store. I just don't do shit like that. But I think everybody in life, like, I know when my husband has like a hard day at work, he might have an attitude with me. He'd be like, well, what the hell did I do? And then he'd be like, man, I'm just having a fucked up day. Like, but mine is different. And my I'm different. Okay. I'm really, really different because I could have a million things on my mind, and the smallest thing can be the last straw, and then I'm going off on everyone. And it's like, okay, what the fuck? Like, what did I do? You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I've learned, and I'm still learning, not to do that, you know, to check myself. Like, am I really that upset about, this or that? Was that reaction worth no, was that action worth the reaction? There we go. You know, and it's really hard for me some days to be honest with myself about what's wrong with me, because one, it may not be a situation that I really even want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? But the struggle comes in with myself not even wanting to think about it, or even that it bothers me. Do y'all know what I'm saying? Like, we can tell people, don't overshare, don't trust everybody, don't trust your friends or whatever. But I really want to also demonstrate that self conversate not demonstrate, I just want to say that conversations with yourself and being honest with yourself has killed no one yet. You may not like it, who you see in the mirror. You may not like, um yeah, who you see in the mirror. You may not like your actions, but how bad can it really be if it's just you and you? You know what I'm saying? How bad can it really be if it's just you and you? Now, what I will say is, if it involves you and another person, and you've wronged that person, and you're embarrassed, so embarrassed by your actions that you don't want to show humility to another person by apologizing, or even reconciling or whatever, then that's a whole nother issue. If you ask me, that's narcissism. Because once I recognize that I've done something wrong and I owe someone an apology, I'll apologize, even if I don't fucking like you. Okay. Now, if you go to work and you've like worked a grown job, you understand that you might have to do that sometimes, okay? As a manager, working with your other coworkers, you may understand like, I really don't like Stephanie and I really want to fucking fire her, but I am her superior, and um, and I'm only speaking from a manager position, or like, somebody with a power dynamic, because to me it takes a lot of humility, to come up off your, you know, title and do what's right, even if someone is I'm gonna say underneath you. But see, in life, some of our egos are so big, y'all ain't managing no damn body, okay? And you can't even apologize to you can't apologize to people, over simple stuff because, you're so ashamed. And I'm not gonna say it's ridiculous, but I'm gonna say it's definitely a character flaw that you need to think about. Because for me, I don't like a lot of things that I've done and said, but for some odd reason, I'm just not like that. I don't think I'm too good to apologize to anybody. You know, I don't think I'm too good to recognize that I'm not perfect or that and I don't I'm gonna say this. I don't know what that's about, but I'm grateful for it because a lot of people ain't built like Vaughn. Okay, and that's shade. But I'm gonna say, that's just me, and I just wanted to encourage y'all. Like, it's not easy to look at you and your flaws, but it's not going to kill you to do it. And I'm gonna say in secret and change outwardly in front of people because in order to really even be honest with other people, you have to be honest with yourself. And I say beware of people that's always talking about keeping it real and woo woo woo, but when or even people that's always giving unsolicited advice, right? And or they so quick to tell you how jacked up you are, but as soon as you say something about how jacked up they is, baby, they ain't did they just better than you and everybody. It'd be like, what the hell? Okay. Hey, Senna. Hey, babe. How you doing, boo? Hey, real. Hey, look, y'all all up there. Look, now it say show comments on the stage. I don't know what's going on. Hey, Miss WD. I already said hey, Miss WD, but hey, y'all. Hey, SBK. Hey, buddy. Hey, bro. I don't know why I called you buddy when you bro. Okay, real is buddy. Joshua. Who else? Drip King. Who is who else do I call but Gears? I'm trying to think who all I call buddy. Cause they my buddies, buddies. Y'all have so much fun with real and Gears and even SBK, but SBK is bro. Okay, buddy is real. Oh, Blaze, Blaze is buddy. But anyway, y'all. So yeah, I just you know um being honest with yourself about everything is really good for your soul because I feel like if you just always lying to yourself, you know, you start to lie to other people. Like the person, and then I'm gonna say this: I believe some people lie so much, y'all, that they really do start to believe who they telling you they are, even though their actions show everything else. Like I strongly believe some people are walking around this earth in like a deep seated denial. So deep seated they forgot. Like, man, I can talk about that all day. KJ, I'm not gonna y'all. I bought these chicken and a biscuit crackers, and KJ loves them. And I don't know why he want to eat up all my dang on crackers. Here, bye, KJ, bye. These are mine. Okay, no, here, because you're getting on my nerves. It's too early in the morning for this. Okay, you're just gonna eat cereal and crackers all damn morning. Go to bed. Shoot, why you up? No, I'm just playing. What? You gonna go? You going outside with me today? Since we gonna redo your workout video, I'm gonna make you run up and down the stairs. I'll make you climb on the monkey bars. I'm gonna make you what else do they got at the park? I'm gonna make you swing on the swing. I need to buy you a little sweatsuit outfit, you know, because it's so early. Y'all, KJ be up with me every morning, getting on my nerves. Send up praying the day for you, beautiful. I love you. Aw. We have 13 watching and 7 likes. Bro, these people, girl, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I'm a hush. I'm not gonna go there, but anyway. But what was I saying? Before my toddler slash almost 5-year old came in here bothering us. Yeah. I feel like KJ is going to have fun at the park. Girl, KJ is going. I keep saying KJ gonna be a part of my workout videos. And tell me why this boy being here. Listen, Senna, I listen. I have to send you a video. KJ being here doing push-ups, sit-ups. I guess he called himself bench pressing with his truck. Like, child. And then she say chicken and the biscuit cracker slap. Now, all I'm gonna say is, y'all, I want to take advantage of something. I really don't want to tell y'all what, because I'm keeping some things to myself so that I can really work on it, okay? And not have all these bad energies, you know, trying to intercede with my destiny. But um I have an idea to do something with him, and I think it's going to be fun and funny at the same time. And I feel like he's already started, and it's so funny to me because I don't know if he be listening to me or if he can really read, because I write a lot in like my little journal or whatever because my diary has a lock on it. But I be wondering, like, can this boy read? Like, because he be doing stuff and it be like, okay, either he's listening to me talk or he can read. Like, that's what I be thinking. And look, I'm so extreme and dramatic with my overthinking. I want to believe he can read. Now I'm gonna say this: he can't read some words, but he can't really read like that. But anyway, did I tell y'all my daughters? Y'all listen, where Miss Alice at? Miss Alice probably starly sleep. I mean, Miss Alice probably still asleep. Y'all, I was texting Miss Alice the other day, and tell me why I put my phone on the bathroom sink because I was washing the girl's hair. Why my youngest daughter reading our text message? It was funny, but it was Miss Alice. So it was like I was thinking to myself, what if I was texting like to her dad? Or like what, it's like, why are y'all reading? And then she was like, Miss Alice. Like it was like I don't know. I looked over my shoulder like, what are you doing? Because she was being funny. But it wasn't nothing, y'all. Yeah, I mean, come on, y'all. It's Miss Alice. But it was just funny. It was like, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm well, what is you and Miss Alice are and I'm like, yeah, we are talking. Like, mind your business. It was so funny, y'all. Because at first I didn't know what she was doing. But I guess when she started reading, it was like, what are you doing? And then she was when I dried my daughter hair off and I put the conditioner on it, y'all, she whispering and stuff. I'm like, what are you whispering about? Like, I don't know. They doing this new thing where they spend a lot of, and I'm calling it new because I'm recognizing that they're spending a lot of time together, my daughters, right? And I guess they have secrets that I'm not allowed to know about. And I still want to know like what was she whispering, because they just laughed. I'm like, what's so funny? Like, I don't know. I don't know. It'd be a lot of weird stuff going on because they're kids and they're weird. But in the back of my mind, I feel like, what if that was my husband? Like, I was kind of offended and I wasn't at the same time. Like, little girl, don't you know better than to just read people's, like, what are you doing? Kids are really nosy. Abril, they nosy. Abril, I'm gonna do a live on the word manifest and what it really means. You're gonna be so shocked. You're gonna be so shocked. But yeah. So honesty is power, but it is most important when you're honest with yourself about you. And some people have a dark side, of that, and they'll twist it and they'll manipulate it and make it look like keeping it real, you know, is better than being gentle with others. And truth be told, those types of people are people who aren't gentle with themselves. And they don't really love themselves because you can be honest and not nasty. And I also want to emphasize that I'm really nasty with myself and my thought process and how I think about myself. Like I can go into this mode where I'm really just blah. Like I'm not speaking life into myself. I'm just being real down and out. I know I just switched back to the subject as if, you know, but that's what I was talking about. But I can really be really nasty when I do self-talk. And that's why I'm nasty when I'm, talking to others, like whether it's out of anger or emotion. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the times when we take our frustrations out on other people, it's because of how we're feeling about ourselves. Just want y'all to keep that in mind, okay? Because when you're doing, I'm going to say, emotional self work, you can start feeling a lot. You may even start comparing yourself to other people, right? But I want y'all to think about something. You want to know what makes us all different, and some of us share the same experiences, or even like, yeah, we may share the same experiences, but do we hold the same trauma? Do we have the exact same triggers when it comes to that real deep, deep, deep trauma? And I don't think we do, because a part of trauma and trauma bonding is that we also trauma bond with ourselves. I'm gonna tell you how I came to that conclusion. When we're afraid to let go of, I'm gonna say, something that hurt you, because we are so used to that hurt, or there was a time where we had never felt that hurt or that pain. So when the door opens up, for us to, I'm gonna say, try, to move forward or forgive others, we're actually afraid to trust ourselves or even um the other person again, right? Like we're afraid. We're like, you did this and that to me. And some people carry that with everybody that they come across, like everybody. Like it's so bad that they think everybody's bad and dangerous. Like they're damn near paranoid. Like they've driven themselves kind of crazy, shut themselves off from everybody in the world, and the world is just like a dark, cold place, and there's really no life in them, right? Hey, Anaya. And I know at one point I was kind of headed down that path in my mind, and even in my actions, but God blocked it. Hallelujah. All jokes aside, he blocked it because baby, I was taking it there. Okay. And I also recognize that it's the people that are closest to us that we hurt the most. So when I was telling y'all about how like I can be really frustrated and I might take it out on my husband or like my kids, It's like I will be mad about something, and the smallest thing will set me off. How many times it'll go from I'm just quiet, minding how many times do I have to ask y'all to clean off the table? And it'll turn into a whole like speech. Or I'm so sick of y'all. And it'll be like, what the fuck? Like, this lady tripping. Like, sometimes I can see it in my oldest daughter eyes. Like, she'd be rolling her eyes. She'd get to snapping on her siblings. Like, y'all, I cleaned up my spot. Yes, y'all. And I'll be like, okay, you started. Now, with my kids, that's how I be. Now, with my husband, it's totally different. Okay. I will like trick myself into thinking, you know, um, you triggered me. He'd be like, hey, yeah, I remember this one time. He'd be like, how the fuck did I trigger you? And then I'll calm down, we'll say like maybe a couple hours later, and I'll be like, okay, I was really mad about this, but then this, and then I went off on you and I'm sorry. And he'd be like, Kevon, you can't do that. And I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm telling y'all this, because that's when, like, I'm gonna say when I'm triggered or emotional, and yeah, if you're married or got a boyfriend, you've done it too. Well, I'm not gonna say you've done it. This is what some people do, okay? They take their frustrations out on other people. So because there might be something that I'm dealing with that has nothing to do with him, okay? Um, it could be anything, y'all. Um, like anything. It could be anything that's going on with me, something that's going on with my family, whatever. And I will deflect. And I recognize that because a lot of times things will be happening so fast, and I'll be like, thinking about something or even trying to meditate on something. And I feel like other distractions, and what I mean by distractions, like, let me not say distractions, other things that I'm responsible for will come into play. And to me, it'll be like, I really don't want to deal with the fact that my kids, okay, know how to clean up after themselves. And they just love, for me to remind them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I will get mad about that. So next thing you know, I'm yelling, why ain't y'all cleaned up this dang on table? Or, don't your shoes don't belong here. And it's like, oh, okay, so I need to pretty much be better at recognizing when I'm really like bent up out of shape. You know what I'm saying? And I don't need to react. I'm gonna say not yeah, I don't need to be giving emotional reactions, to you know, other things because I'm frustrated about another thing. Y'all understand what I'm saying? It's like, you know, and I'm not saying it's right, you know what I'm saying? What I'm just being honest with y'all about is, a lot of times we don't really deal with our problems or things that are bothering us because we want to ignore it, or we want to, you know, um, act like it doesn't exist, or it's not real, or it's not true. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case is. And I know with me, when it's something with my family, I want to ignore it. It's like, oh my God. Like if somebody's sick or somebody's going through something, you know, I'll kind of like smother it. And then when it's with myself, I'd be like, okay, you know, here's what you need to do. Or I'll say, oh, it's not that big of a deal. But then it'll show up somewhere else. And it'll be like, oh my God. Like, and then my husband may come along, okay, and something might happen. And it'll be like, what the fuck? Like, I'll get mad because it's like, this is something I don't want to deal with. So, I don't know. I said all that to say, like, I know I have the ability to take my frustrations out on other people. So in order to not do that, you know, separate. I'm gonna say compartmentalize, you know. Um, First of all, don't allow anything that is bothering me, to spill over into my other responsibilities, obligations, or even the people that I love. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever is going on, whether it's with me or with another person, deal with it with them. It's kind of like a light switch thing you have to do. I'm gonna say emotional intelligence. Okay? Emotional intelligence. Know what the problem is. Be honest about what the problem is. Fix it. Don't bother other motherfuckers who ain't did shit to you. She says, I used to do the same to she. He's so paid. Anaya, I'm so glad because, y'all a little older than us, but it's like, I know that's a thing in relationships and even with your kids, like I know when my daughter's having a bad day, she is so mean to her siblings. And I have to ask her, I'm like, what's wrong? And she might be like, oh, I'm just frustrated because of this, that, and the other. And they just getting on my nerves. And they be like, okay, I get it. You're just overwhelmed. And I know that, people can just do that in general. Like I said, my kids and my husband, like they might look up. I know y'all recently they were all laughing at me, and I had to laugh too because it was funny. It was like, okay, I'm sorry I yelled at everybody, but I was really, really, really tired, y'all. When I tell y'all, I was like, look, okay, I do all this damn cleaning. The least y'all can do is clean up behind y'all. So, but I said something like, that's it. I pulled the whole, I'm finna go get me a one bedroom. My husband like, what? You leaving me? And I think like my oldest daughter started laughing because he started trolling me, and I was like, this shit ain't funny, man. Like y'all get on my nerves, okay? But I was really mad about something else. I really was, y'all. I was mad about something else. And I saw an opportunity, to yell about something. And it was like, it was just like, it was like a trigger. I'm so sick of yelling about this shit. Don't nobody listen to me. Then when I say something, everybody got a problem. He's like, what the fuck? uh, Send a one bedroom girl. I'm gone. The whole room. Look, I was in here like, everything gonna be pink, okay? I ain't And he was cracking up like, okay, you tripping. You having a real bad day. I'm like, man, you don't even understand. But, you know, um, checking my attitude is a real big thing. And like I said, I feel like you should have at least one person, in your corner, whether they're a friend or associate. Because sometimes an associate can be way more trustworthy than a motherfucker you call a friend. I just got to keep it real. Okay. But if you just got one person that'll tell you, like, if you ask them, like, am I wrong? They're going to be honest with you, but they're going to be honest with you in love. And I feel like for me, especially when it comes to my husband or my kids and my temper, or how I handle things and my emotions, I always ask my mom. Am I wrong? And if she's unavailable, I will ask my aunt, because my aunt loves me horrible, perfect, imperfect. She loves me like my mother loves me. So it's like I be like, am I wrong? And my girl, hell yeah, you was wrong for that. And I'd be like, but how? And she'd just start laughing, yeah. She'll start laughing and she'd be like, bro, you are so crazy. She's like, but this is why I love you. But she'd be like, but no, all jokes aside, like you gotta check that, or you gotta change that, or you can't keep doing that. And she'd be like, you don't want your kids to feel like you're just this angry person. Like I love my aunt because she just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Now my mom, on the other hand, we go down a whole nother route. Okay, we be all in the Bible, flipping through scripture, and it works. It totally works, or it helps. And majority of the time, I be rolling my eyes like, girl, but she be right. So I feel like I'm really trying to check my attitude, And I feel like it's a part of my growth, recognizing that I'm not always right. Some things I bring on myself, some things I be way out of line, some things, I really could just do, better in. And um, it's good to talk with yourself. It's so good. But even God says, we shouldn't be left alone with our thoughts. So it's good. Y'all, I got to get back in my Bible so I can learn these scriptures so I can just be like, getting y'all with them. Because there's a scripture that says, you know, um, what is it? A man left in his like that we're basically none of us really have to be alone. You know what I'm saying? Like it's good to seek counsel, wise counsel, someone to confide in, you know, to lead you in the right direction. You never want to be close or cool or buddy buddy with a yes man. And you definitely don't want to be close, cool, or buddy buddy with somebody who doesn't view y'all as equal in human. You know what I'm saying? Or equals in I'm gonna say friendship or associates because they're gonna feel like they can correct you, but you can never correct them. Okay. Like some people will treat you like I'm gonna say y'all know like in AA, there's the sponsor, right? But the sponsor has a sponsor, right? Because when your sponsor falls short, they can't reach out to you because you're leaning on them for strength, right? Right. So in I'm gonna say in friendship, it's good to have a friend and a person where y'all both are experiencing something or even different things and y'all both can lean on each other because iron sharpens iron, right? And then there's the other dynamic where you have a friend that is a little older than you. You know what I'm saying? They not doing what you do. They telling you, hey, I see what you doing. I used to do that. But hey, now that dynamic, there's a mutual respect and understanding of you ain't doing nothing that I haven't done, or you might have done some things that I haven't done, but I'm not judging you. You know what I'm saying? And that can be somebody older than you or younger than you. That type of respect in an associate or whatever, or like the wiser party. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all following me? And even though that person may be pouring into you, you may also bless that person, you know, um, just by, you know, I don't know, being a friend, associate, acquaintance of theirs. You know what I'm saying? They might like your company. They may, you know what I'm like, you just never know. And I'm saying all that to say that because like y'all see me sharing all these quotes about like this and that, and it's like all of that is true. Protect yourself, don't overshare. People are weird, but there are also some really good people out here. It may not be a whole lot of them. Okay, they do good people do come a dime a dozen. Real good people, not perfect, but real good people do come a dime a dozen. But just as many bad people out here, there's some really good people. Okay. And you can even be one of them, if you're willing to do the work. Okay. Because y'all know Vaughn. Okay. We all can change. All right. Because between me and y'all, I don't think I'm the greatest person all the time, but I'm working on that because I want to be, better and not just in public, but in private. I want to be better with myself. I want to, love on myself more. I want to give that, love to my kids. I want to give that love to my spouse. I want to give that love to my friends. I want to give that love to my family. You know what I'm saying? But you can't be good or great to others if you're not good and great to yourself. Okay. She said, Send I ordered it yesterday. What y'all ordered? Y'all, Tawana wants us to read a book and share what we received from it. Oh, that book. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I need to order mine. Matter of fact, I can order mine today. Yes, Abril. Sounds dope. I also ordered. Hold on, wait. What y'all say? I also. Hold on, wait. Let me. Then I gotta take yours comment off the screen. I also ordered Bible promises from for moms. Oh, Anaya, I know what book you're talking about. I want that one. I'm jealous. Online study. Anaya, you coming? Abril says absolutely nothing without him. None without who? God. What we talking about? God or men? Who we talking about? I just ordered Bible for 52 weeks. Anaya, you ordered that one too? 13 and 11. What y'all talking about? Yes, I be no. Look, y'all making me feel like I need to buy me some extra books around here. Now, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I have a lot of books around here that I have not cracked open yet. That I have I have started to read one. Okay, but I didn't bought a lot of journals. Like I even saved to my TikTok shop. They have a new Bible journal with highlighters, colored pencils, and I said, Lord, Kevon, you don't need this. You like I promise y'all, I was like, you don't need it. Like you barely cracked open the ones that you have. Like don't order anything else. Oh, y'all gonna get on my nerves. Cause now, but I am gonna order that book. Miss Tawana want us to do because that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a lot of fun. I like Miss Tawana, y'all. But oh, oh, that's my email. Y'all, I'm so let me tell y'all something. So my mama came looking for me yesterday, and that's all I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm just gonna look at the camera, y'all. She came looking for me yesterday like I was missing it, and I wasn't. I missed a couple phone calls yesterday, and it wasn't on purpose. But let's just say Vaughn was sleeping really, really like I was sleeping really good because it had been a long, long weekend, y'all. Like, oh my goodness, a long weekend. Yes, we love Tawana so full of sage advice. Look, Vaughn's wish list. Thank you, Abril, babe, for keeping dropping. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all go check out my wish list because I've updated it and there's a Barbie watch that I really, really want. I know I already have one, y'all, but I would like another one, and that's all I'm gonna say. But I can order that book today. The mom one. Yes, we love our Miss Tawana. Y'all so loving. But yeah, y'all, that's all I wanted. You know, growth is slow. It's not fast and instant. You know, it's not it's not instant gratification. It's not. It's really a journey. Now I'm gonna say the biggest test for me is remembering, you know, the wisdom that have been given to me while I'm upset. That's the hard, hard part. It's like, child, folks on the folks is taking time out they day and all of it go out the window when I get upset. Am I really learning anything? Yeah, I be so hard on myself. I be so bad. But sometimes you have to give yourself credit for just trying. And then you have to start doing, because I have recognized that I don't think I really be trying hard enough in some situations. I don't think I try hard enough or even have the intent to succeed, more so just get by. And that can be a huge problem. Doing things, just to like, for example, like one day I was good for a day, but by the second day it was like, man, fuck all this shit. Like it's like as though it's day by day. So, you know, every single day, it's almost like you have to get into a routine and even get in the mindset of breaking a habit. And honestly, y'all, that is so challenging for me because I'm so comfortable over here, but I really want to be over there. And, it's like, but how do I get there? Yeah. Day, well, what is it? One day at a time. Okay? One day at a time. Thanks, Adaya sis. That one immediately. You're welcome. Sub up to Vaughn's backup channel. Y'all need a intro for my other channel. Because I'm thinking about doing something over there. Hmm. Anaya, it's good to see you up in here this morning. Driving, listening, divide your time between reading, meditating, and YouTube to keep you grounded. Okay, Miss Annette, I hear you. Anaya, I usually don't see you till the afternoon. I may pack that one in my hospital bag, Anaya. What's funny is, y'all, I told y'all I think we should do like a behind the scenes, like prayer board thing or like an inspirational thing. I think that would be so cool. But I want somebody else to do it. She said, I'm off today and fully rested. Anaya, me too, girl. I'm up early because I got some running around to do while the kids are at school. And y'all pray for me because I have so much on my plate. And I just have to do it. And y'all know what's so funny? Like, it's been a minute since I've been like focused on something. And when I tell y'all, I feel like this time around the distractions or even the self-doubt is like stronger. I was telling my mom this, y'all. I was like, I feel like I've been chilling for so long and not really caring about anything that the smallest things can become a task. And she was like, oh yeah. I was like, girl, I was like, have you ever been through something like that? And she like, yeah. And I'm like, I think it's because I'm older. Like, I really do think it's because of age. And I also feel like I'm on a time clock, you know. And what I mean by like a time clock is like by a certain age, certain things would have really passed me by. You know what I'm saying? And like I'm also thinking about my kids and how much older they're getting. I don't know, y'all. There's just something about, whatever it is that I'm going through that just feels so different. And I do think it has to do with the fact that I'm just a little bit older than I'm gonna say the last time I really kind of just, was going through something. I don't know. I have no idea. It just feels different. You know what I'm saying? She said we must be willing to become uncomfortable being become uncomfortable being comfortable. I got distracted on here last Saturday, but I'm back and focused. Them weapons stayed formed but failed to prosper. Anaya, the devil be busy, sis, but he's alive. Say that of real. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. It's like something is so like I don't know if it's because like my spiritual eyes are open. I'm better with discerning certain things. I don't know, but y'all, something is so different. It's so different. And I don't know. I don't know, but all I'm just gonna say is like pray for me, man, because stuff just be so weird. Like, I don't know. It just seems I don't it's something in the air. mm, I journal in my younger years. Abril, reading your journal a year later reflect. You know what, Miss Annette? I believe you because I read my journal last year and man, I was like, yo, I was praying. Like I didn't realize that a lot of my prayer, like a lot of my journaling, I was really praying to God, y'all. Like it says in the journal in Jesus' name. But yo, wow. It was like, wait a minute. I was like praying for real, and then yeah. Yeah, journaling, you know what? I think I'm gonna start doing that. Always really, he been big busy, but my God is busier. Right, Anaya? I don't know, man. Like life be life, and I don't know. But I gotta go, y'all. I don't want to go because I love y'all so much. I love y'all. I love talking to y'all. She say, Miss Annette, I read my journal every year on New Year's Day, and so true. Yeah, like I don't know. That's crazy that she said that. Y'all know what I realized? A lot of women we do journal. We do journal our thoughts out, um, situations that we're going through, and then we look back and we be like, dang. I forgot all about this. Look where I'm at now. Like, yeah. So it is good to journal. I like that. Y'all hear KJ in there? But I gotta go, y'all, because I got some. Did y'all hear that? Because I just, I just spit and then I muted. Y'all didn't hear that, y'all. I bought some tea. I'm gonna tell y'all about this experience after I get through with it. But I'm gonna tell y'all about something. She said I'm gonna start doing that really. Just read all my thoughts throughout the year and on New Year's Day. That's a great idea. That is a great idea, Anaya. Yeah, I'm getting tired of sitting here. I I gotta take my vitamins and drink my Geritol. No, I'm not trying to get pregnant, y'all. Geritol is good for the skin. Okay, it's good for your hair, nails. All right. And on top of that, I can't get pregnant because my tubes are tied. Remember that, okay? But yeah, I had came. Oh, that's another thing I was gonna say. I hope y'all have a wonderful week. Okay. It's a lot going on in the government, and there's a lot going on just in general, y'all. Like for real. So stay prayed up. And I'm gonna say this too while I'm thinking about it. Miss Tawana did a really good video. Okay, y'all saw it, and some people are just they hate themselves so much that their only purpose in life is to get a drive or a not a drive. They get, I'm gonna say, aroused by emotional escalation. Okay. And if y'all saw me share the video that she did, I highlighted emotional escalation because that's what it is. Like some people are so dead inside and they feel nothing, and the only thing that they can feel is, you know, um, chaos. They don't get a rise out of anything good. They don't have any joy. They don't know peace. Like they are ruined deeply on the inside. Like they are deeply, deeply ruined. And the only time they feel anything is if there's some type of chaos going on. Stay away from people like that because they will suck the joy, the peace, the serenity, like all up out of you because they have none at all. And they never will have any at all. So just keep that in mind. Like some people are emotional vampires, all right, and they will and energy vampires. And when they're not happy and nothing good going on for them, and keep in mind they can look happy, they can look like they're on top. Like if I haven't learned anything about like psychology and you know this and that, it's like the people that look like they got it all going on or they're just, the person to be around, but they have all this negativity surrounding them or like I'm gonna say um shallow things going on. They're really not happy. Like for real. They not happy, man. Like, it's an illusion. All right? Like it's a whole illusion. And the darkness inside of them, you really don't recognize it until you recognize it. Okay? So just keep that in mind. Don't let, anything this week disturb your peace. Okay? All right? And honestly, y'all, that's why I love Anaya, because she always, protect your peace. It's like, for real, for real, protect your peace. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? And don't be, don't allow unpeaceful things to, you know, attach itself to you. Yes, a real chaos demon. Hey, Scorpio mama. Hey, boo. Look, y'all in here this morning, okay? She say, what's cracker lacking up in this motherfucker? Everyone have a positive, blessed day. Negativity always waiting around the corner. That's right, Miss Annette. That's right. That's right. But I love y'all, and I'm gonna go now. And just keep in mind that I'm gonna say this. I may overshare a little too much when it comes to self growth, and I don't know. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I used what I had as an example. And I'm just being transparent. And I was gonna say is like, you know, um, you know, yeah, that's all I got. We don't give a fudge, family. That's right, Scorpio mama. I love you, Santa babe. Okay, and yeah, y'all hit the like button on y'all way out and on your way in. Okay, because we finna go. And um, Abril, I feel like I need to call you because I want to give you something because I know we finna have a baby. Y'all, I will not be um in February. I'm not going to be on here at all live. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. Because for my 32nd birthday, I'm doing something, but it's gonna be so personal and intimate to me, and I don't want anything to ruin it or touch it. I'm not even gonna talk about it on live or even maybe like behind the scenes because y'all, I decided to do this and I want to do it so bad. And I haven't, y'all want to know what's funny? I haven't even told my mom what it is that I'm doing. I haven't told Jim. I haven't told anybody what I'm gonna do for my 32nd birthday. Like that's how much it means to me. And I've recognized that when something means something to you, like for real, and you want it to happen, you don't tell anybody. Like maybe not even the people that you trust. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm practicing something and I want to see how this works out for me. which is, keeping things to myself. So, in February, um, I'm not gonna be live at all. So for a whole month, I'm not gonna go live at all. Okay. And I paid for my StreamYard for January. So I'm gonna be live a lot, maybe even talking about nothing at all, just so I can get my money's worth. Because I'm trying not to be wasteful and stuff, and be acting like money just grow on trees. But so just keep in mind, y'all, in February of 2026, that's probably when I'm really gonna take a break and back up off of YouTube, because it is my birthday month. And I get so emotional, y'all, when I talk about turning 32, because it's like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna be like really grown. Do y'all remember when I turned 30? So now I'm like 32, close to 35 and shit, and I just wanna um enjoy it for real. Anaya, do you remember when I turned? Where's Abril? Anaya, Abril. Okay. Uh, I think Senna was our friend, y'all. She was my friend when I turned 30, right? I'm trying to remember, but y'all, I'm finna be grown. Okay, Anaya, I'm finna be big grown. Okay, I'm not gonna be your little sister anymore. No, I'm just playing. Abril, I'm finna be an adult. Like, oh my God, like, did y'all listening? Okay, I am about to be like big mama around here. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness, y'all. Listen, okay. Scorpio mama, all right? I'm finna be grown. Like, you know, grown. Look, Anaya, I'm finna be grown, okay? I'm finna be like her. You know what I'm saying? But Abril, yeah, I need to call you because I want to sing you something. And I need you to add it on your Amazon thing. She you turn
I heard y'all was looking for me. Yeah. Here I go. Floating on your screen, I'm the daydream queen. Black Barbie style, can't put a ring on me. Kids and businesses, yeah, the juggle is real. Hit that like, hit the sub, let's seal the deal. This is Vaughn's reality, baby, tune right in. Soft glam, big goals, we all just here riding. If you came for the tea, I'm the kettle, no lying. Welcome to the world where the queens always win. Switch it up. Bad bitch, you want the tea, got lip and packs in the back. A whole lot going on, better grab you a snack. If you want a live stream, queen, got your ass snapped back. Boss in my bloodline, every move back with facts. Fonz reality, yeah, the fam stay stacked. I'm the moment, the glow, the vibe you can't hack. Step into my world, you ain't never going back. You said you were looking for me, here I go. Get ready for Fonz reality show. We gonna biz a vibe, yeah, you already know. Play it in the streets at work or right at home. You said you were looking for me, too in close. Watch the elevation and the petty unfold. From the glam to the grind, baby, this my zone. Fonz reality, welcome to the throne. Since y'all were looking for me, I'll give you reality. I heard y'all was looking for me. Yeah. Here I go. Floating on your screen, I'm the daydream queen. Black Barbie style, can't put a ring on me. Kids and businesses, yeah, the juggle is real. Hit that like, hit the sub, let's seal the deal. This is Von's reality, baby, tune riding. Soft glam, big goals, we all just here riding. If you came for the tea, I'm the kettle, no alliance. Welcome to the world where the queens always win. Switch it up. Bad bitch, you want the tea, got Lipton packs in the back. A whole lot going on, better grab you a snack. If you want a live stream, hype me up in the chat. Play with the queen, got your ass snapped back. Boss in my bloodline, every move back with facts. Fonz reality, yeah, the fam stay stacked. I'm the moment, the glow, the vibe you can't hack. Step into my world, you ain't never going back. You said you were looking for me, here I go. Get ready for Von's reality show. We gonna biz a vibe, yeah, you already know. Play it in the streets at work or right at home. You said you were looking for me, too in close. Watch the elevation and the petty unfold. From the glam to the grind, baby, this my zone. Fonz reality, welcome to the throne. Since y'all were looking for me, I'll give you reality.
Okay, y'all, I'm back. I don't know what happened. I received a phone call, child. Folks is calling me already. It ain't even 9 o'clock yet. I'm sick of. Listen, I love my family. Okay, I do. I love my family. All right. All right, y'all, but I gotta go. Go Niners. Hold up, Scorpio mama. Hold up. Okay. Now listen, I don't have to need to inbox you. Baby boy needs him a Niners blanket. You know what, bro? You just wrong for that. Okay. Now I'm gonna say this. Jim was wrong. We actually have to play the Rams this Sunday. Okay. The Niners did win. Okay, against the Eagles. All right. Now I'm gonna be honest. Okay, that was a good game. That was a really, really good game. And I have to agree, okay, the Eagles can play. All right. Now, I said last week the 49ers can play. So I'm just saying this so Anaya can feel better because they lost. But the Eagles, all jokes aside, y'all, the Eagles really can play. Like for real. I was watching the game, like I said, Jim, how come we don't play like this, y'all? He started cracking up. But okay, I guess you can say I'm learning the whole offense and defense in football because y'all played a really really good game. Y'all did. Y'all played a good game. She say I'm still salty. Look, Anaya, I was watching the game and I really was just watching because I don't have a dog in the fight. But I was watching and I'm like, "Oh, they can really play." Like, I already felt that way about the 49ers because, they whooped us, a couple Sundays ago. But guess what? All right. It's always room for a rematch, baby. Okay. But both teams are really good. And I told Jim, I was like, well, no wonder they talk so much shit. They good. They can play. Okay. Because, I know Anaya was in here Eagles this and Eagles that, and her in gears and 300 and I mean 3,000 and bet. I'm like, man, the Eagles must be like, and just like, oh, they won the Super Bowl championship last year. And I'm like, because they can really play. So I said I wanted the 49ers to be my second best team. But I don't know, y'all, because, I think I want, okay, I'm going to say this. Okay, I'm going to say this. Both teams can really play. All right. And if I'm ever betting, okay, I'm going to say this. If the Niners are playing the Rams, I'm going to bet for the Niners. If the Eagles are playing the Rams, I'm going to bet for the Eagles, is what I'm saying. So if y'all catch me gambling out here, it's because, I see who can play. And baby, they can play. I thought my son was gonna never talk again after the Packers lost. Child, real. Yeah. Let me say something. Man, we whooped their ass. But nah, all jokes aside, y'all, the Eagles and the Niners, they can play. Like for real. I was like, okay, this is football. Jim was cracking up. I'm like, okay, okay. She said not that yellow bird Prescott can. The Bears did they thing this year. You know what, Anaya? I can honestly say Jim has been so excited. He like, babe, because y'all know I'm new to watching football. I started this summer, okay, because I said what I said, and Miss Alice, everybody just football fans, and I'm like, man, what's so great about football? So I sat down and watched the dang on game with Jim, and I actually enjoyed it, okay, and it wasn't just because the Bears won; it was the excitement of the game, like, and the more that I watch, I'm kind of learning, how the game goes. And it's actually a lot of fun. Like I want to go to a Bears game. Like I'm like, cause like when JC was in sports and stuff, y'all, I used to have fun, cheering them on, like go son, go, but that's my kid. So of course, I'm doing it because that's my kid. But with football, it's fun because we get to eat with each other, laugh, I don't know. We all just be having a good time. The kids be doing whatever they want to do. What's funny is KJ is the only one out of all our kids that will really sit and watch the game with us, you know. And Gemma, every now and then, and JC, they'll come in and look at the screen, especially when they see us cheering when they score. They kind of be looking like they be like, what's going on? Because we be here like, yeah. But I like football Sundays with the family. I like that. Didn't think that would be a part of my lifestyle, but it's like, it's something new. You know what I'm saying? Something I can get used to. She said, I love Anaya. Man, oh my goodness. I have never been more stressed than I was this past Saturday, child. I wanted to drink. When we was losing, y'all, I kid y'all not. So many times I just wanted to just cash out years and be like, here you go, fam. There, just take it. Like the suspense was killing me until we caught the fuck up. And it was like, yeah, yeah. Like, so nah, okay, playing with money, that's not fun. Okay. I really see why people go cutting folks' toes off because losing your money is not fun. Okay. Anaya, I cannot watch my Cowboys play too much. Man, Scorpio Mama, the Cowboys are horrible. I'm not even trying to be funny. But and I heard that they really used to be a really good team. But I guess every team has their season or something. Cause from what Jim say, we used to do really good, then we start doing bad. Then like when he be telling me about the teams and stuff, he be like, oh, such and such used to be a good team, now they not. So I don't know. I don't know. She said the Cowboys used to be goated. They were, Anaya. So is it that everybody has their season, or do you think it's just the players that they pick that because who was that Tom Brady he was telling me about? He was like he used to be goaded like I think Jim said he got 6 or 7 rings, Anaya. Do you know who I'm talking about? The Cowboys are the Eagles rivals. Are the Eagles rivals? It gets serious in Philly and New Jersey. Okay, it's the players. Okay, because he was telling me that one of the commentators used to play football, and he was like, Tom Brady used to be like this, and he had all these rings, and I was like, oh, okay. So he played for the Patriots. Okay, yeah, because I don't know a lot, but I be asking him questions. I'm like, so it's the players. And then wait, no, Naya, so this is what I said when who was that? That rookie that's on our team. I can't think of his name. I said, who picked him? I said, did he pick us? I'm like, I'm over here going crazy. I said, did he choose to be on our team or something? And Jim was like, he was what the number one draft one somebody was the number one draft pick. And I was like, I need to do research, or I need to pay attention when the new season starts so I can understand because yeah, I'd be so mad. I'd be so mad. Well, I'm like, why is they on our team? Like, yeah, it's like I don't be understanding. And then who was that? Dobbs, the Dobbs player for the Packers. I was screaming, get that motherfucker. That's the problem right there. And Jim was laughing. And I'm like, how come we not running like that? Like, so yeah, now you're right, it's the players. Because baby, I be over here hot. Like, why you not doing what they doing? Why? So, you know, I be trying to make it make sense. And then y'all, I asked him, I said, is it okay? Look, y'all, I'm such a cheater. Listen, listen. I said, babe, I said, can they watch other teams play? Like, are they not allowed to watch how the other teams play? He said, no, babe. He said, they be running back the tapes. He said, it's on national TV. I'm thinking, let me in, coach. Let me be a coach. I'll be like, you see how he running right there? That's how the hell you need. You see how he playing? Yeah, I'll be the worst coach ever. Cause I'll be stealing the plays. I'd be like, now you see what this motherfucker do? That's what you must need to be motherfucking do. You need to be doing what they doing. You need to stop all this bullshit you doing. And Cause what the hell? Why is y'all playing? She said, now you see. She said, now you see. I'm just saying, Anaya. Hell, if I was a coach, I told when who was that lost? I said, ooh, if I was their coach, boy, I promise y'all, I'd be in that back room raising all type of hell. I like, who was that lost that I said I would go back there and cuss everybody out. I think it was damn, we was watching some game, y'all, and they lost. It was a game not this Sunday, but it was a couple Sundays ago, and it was just a random game. I can't remember who was playing against who. And I mean, it wasn't a random game, but y'all know what I'm saying. I didn't have a dog in the fight. I was just watching. And y'all, they lost. And I told them, I said, man, if I was their coach, I would cuss everybody out. Like I'd be hitting niggas with clipboard, throwing balls at them. Okay, like catch the damn ball, catch the ball, catch the ball, catch the ball. This is how you catch a ball. Like I just be going crazy. She said, "Now you still in plays. Look, Abril, okay? That's all I'm saying." She said, "On the man, Anaya." I said, "I'd be knocking Gatorade containers over, running out in the field, dragging niggas by their helmets." She said, "You'd be beat up." He was like, "The whole team would turn on you and beat your ass." I'm like, man, who is y'all playing with out here embarrassing me? Okay. I don't know, y'all, but yeah, football it is fun. It's just a whole lot of fun. I'm not talking to them like they kids and shit. You see, you see what Tommy doing? Look, the one time, when the parents be like, "So if Tommy jump off a bridge, you gonna do it?" I be, man, when you see Tommy do it, so you 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 better do what the hell you see Tommy do it, okay? Yes, throw on the headset. She said, instead, really, Scorpio mama, that's how you feel? Why you gotta come at me like that? Okay. All right. I like watching football. I like watching football. Okay. All right. What you trying to say? Women can't watch football. They need to be only in the kitchen, okay, and in the bedroom after the win. Okay. Now let me say this: after the win, doing it, y'all, is something great. Let me get off this live. But he said that's what I do, boo. I'm hollering. I am hollering. Scorpio mom, what you gonna mess with me about once I learn how to cook? Huh? When I grow up, if I ever, if when I grow up and become I'm gonna say a down home cooking chick, what you gonna mess with me about next? Hmm? You gonna mess with me about my dishes, my pots and pans, how I need to buy some new ones? Cause you always messing with me. You say chitlins. Mm-mm. I don't like chitlins. But now, y'all, I gotta go for real. I gotta go. I love y'all. And maybe once I learn, like really memorize the plays and the calls and stuff, I'll be a better football shit talker because I will say, right now I'm just watching and just listening and asking questions. And even I did some Googling, okay? I did some Googling, but I can't remember everything, y'all, because child. But I'm gonna go, y'all. I love y'all. Y'all have a good day. And peace, love, and hair grease. Oil your scalp, y'all. All right. Massage your scalp. Give yourself scalp massages. They're good for you. They're really good for you. They help your hair grow. All right. Bye. I love you, Scorpio Mama. Bye, y'all.
I heard y'all was looking for me.